Did you know that? Okay, of course you don't know that. But FNaR World was actually featured in two different private events. The first one was back in March 2018 when I was in some kind of a school that involves about like production and stuff. And this was like on a Saturday where people could come to us and get a picture taken. They could come to our room and receive their picture. So I asked my teacher if we could hold like a side event where people could come to me and they could play my upcoming game, FNaR World, um, which by the time when we were doing this, I was still working on the game. Tweet said yes, and he was going along with it. And here's a picture of how it looked like. I only took this picture. It's here where people would sit here, and they would use the mouse and keyboard to play on it. And the thing is, for this event, I specifically created a private version of it called FNaR World Arcade Edition. The only difference here is that when they press start, they are only limited to play the mini games, but not the actual game itself. And if that name sounds familiar, it's probably because of this public Game Boy port that I made a few years back then. Um, so, so the fact here is that this Game Boy version that is called FNaR World Arcade Edition is based on this private version that was never released to the public. Where this one, as you see, is only limited to the minigames itself, exactly like the private version. So this was just a small fact for this. Now, as for some other stuff, I also made some end paper instruction, which I still have right here to this very day. And the thing is, these instructions were written in Danish for obvious reason. So I made these exclusive visuals exclusively for this event that explains the controls of each minigame. So whenever they choose one, I'll have to like place this one right in front of them so that they can understand the controls and how it all works. And here's the other one for Within a Darkest Adventure. Explains like how you play and what exactly the goal. Here's the one for the card minigame. This is the best one. It's the one where you have to chase the sleek. Yeah. And yeah, interesting enough, by the time when I created the private arcade version, I only finished 6 minigames. And in the final game, there's like 8. So yeah, there was only 6 minigame. But afterwards, for the second event, I made 2 more of these, which is this one, which it does not really have a lot of effort done to this. And here's the one for a Race to Finish minigame. Last one is this right here. Yeah. And another really great thing about this is that my teacher also suggested that we should make some kind of flyers that people can take with them at home that promotes the actual game itself. And I printed a lot of these, and I kid you not, I gave away so many of these flyers back then, and I still have plenty left. I was unexpected that I printed that many. Like I still have so many left. So yeah, again, it's also entirely in Danish. It says play the adventure game at home at gamejolt.com. And we have like a few screenshots of the game itself and the computer spec, like the requirements of it. And when you look at behind, it also has like a promotion of different merchandises for the based of the game itself, which currently you can buy any of them because they're discontinued long ago, because I did not sell a single one of these. Okay, maybe one, but that was my own composer who bought one for himself. But when it comes to like not related people, yeah, I didn't sell anything, so I discontinued these. But still, they're still happy about how it turned out. The second time FNaR World was included in a private event was back in February 2019, and this was when I was in another school, regarding like whole bunch of stuff of production. This one was a lot more ambitious than the previous one, and for this I made a bunch of different stuff, like gave a really good glimpse of what it was all about. The first thing is here, I made a map of how like it all turned into like what the event was about is that we turned our whole classroom into a gaming cafe where like the people from the rest of the school, they could come in, they could play like a bunch of game while buying some snacks and drinks while sitting down. And this was quite an ambitious project, and FNaR World was one of those games feature that people could play. So here I made a map that showed like the entire classroom, and also which games you could play and where exactly they were placed. And as you can see right there, FNaR was like at the top right corner, and you could play in like 3 computer screens. Here's some pictures of the cafe itself, and also my part of where I included FNaR World Arcade Edition. There's also this video I'm going to play afterward. So here you see is 3 computer screens where you could play the game, and it's okay. Of course, it's the arcade edition talking about. Here's some some pictures where some people are playing the game, and yeah, like all the other games as well that people could try out. And here I am, right there, where I'm watching other people playing my game. And you know what? Let me tell you, a lot of people were really interested in trying out my game. Like, especially when I pointed out that I was the one who made the game, and they were all like, "Oh, we want to try that like that." Like at first I was like, "Hey, you want to try out this game?" And they're like, "Nah, I made it." "Oh, okay, yeah, we want to try." It's really something else when you tell people, oh, I was the one who made the game. And here's the video itself where I was recording the whole station for mine where you could play my game. Yeah, here are all the instructional paper that I just showed to you earlier. And yeah, then I also made this poster right there exclusive for the event. And here's how the rest of the cafe looked like. That was such a really great time. That was really cool. And then you can see like the rest of the game right next to it. And by the way, I still have the poster right here. I kept it here throughout all these years. Very cool. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. It's just a wholesome little video, just talking about some interesting times I did back then with some of my games.